See, today's topic is like we want to discuss one function in Spark. So we generally use that function in our real-time cases also wherever is required. So try to understand this data. I just taken for example the column names are player, match, and runs and wickets. These are the, let us say we have four columns, and these are the players, and each player, let us say in test match they scored total runs in 8,000 and wickets took 45, something like that. So one day international and T20. So each player is having three types of match, right? And runs as well as wickets. So I just taken three players, for example, Sehwag and Virat as well as Kumble. So these are the, let us say we have a data, but ultimately our goal is to uh, you know to find out the what is the like in each match what may be the maximum of runs and total together test match, one day match, and sorry, T20 altogether how much uh, they ran it, or what may be the total of runs, what may be the total of wickets. Okay, so that is our requirement. To do so, we are going to use one pre-built function in Spark, that is pivot. You might know that, but still, that is one of the interview question people may ask you. Also, it is useful function in a real-time scenario. So ultimately, how I want to get is like this. Okay, let us say uh, I want like this. Okay, earlier what pivot will do? Pivot just transpose the columns data. Like say earlier our data is not like this, right? Our let me okay, go through from first. I mean, let me walk through from starting to end so that you people understand. So hope you understood right what I'm saying. Use case. Is it clear, or shall I repeat again? So our goal is to find out something like this. Okay, Sehwag, oh, maximum total of one international and T20 and test. Okay, so like each player we supposed to get this type of statistics. Okay, and also we may target uh, wickets, wickets also. So I just giving you an overview example how to use a pivot function. Okay, how to use pivot function in Spark. Okay, so we can explore it in appropriated data by taking appropriate data. Okay, so but the pivot is like the function to rotate the data into multiple columns. Okay, or transform row to column. Okay, when you want to transform row to column from a data frame or data set, then we generally use pivot. Okay, and pivot is again is a reverse. It's used to transform it back from transform columns to row. Okay, the pivot will do rows to columns. Okay, and unpivot, what it will do? It will do reverse. Okay, you can say transpose, right? So is the definition clear, or case use case is clear for you? So that we will try to execute it.
Sir.
Is it clear, Kiran?
Yes, Naresh.
Right.
Yeah, Naresh, yes.
Okay. So just remember this data. I just uploaded the same data into our system from local to Databricks. So actually, let us say this is a row. This is a row, right? And this is a column. T20. These and all columns, right? So we are making column to row and row to column. Okay. So for that we are using pivot function. Okay. First of all, I have uploaded already. I think you people know how to upload and all, right? So if you don't know, you please go through our previous videos, then you come to know. So when you click here, then you will prompt for file upload or download, you can say. Um, so when you open that page, then you can easily upload it. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, so we are trying to create one data frame out of this file. This file already uploaded, and that is there in this path. Okay, since our file is comma delimited, I just given a comma delimited. Okay, this is a comma delimited, delimiter we can say, and I just created. But when we run, right, when we run this, you know very well, like I'm not using any other functions or options, so that uh, it will populate data like this. See, this is the column name actually, but since we didn't provide anything over here, so it has taken, it's also data and giving some default column names. But generally we have to do this one, right? Header true. So when we put header true, then what it will do? It will consider
First,
yes,
header.
yeah, correct. So something like this. Something like this. So now we are able to see this data, right? Our intention is to these columns, this column should be like a you can say row, okay, or column names. So just for our understanding purpose, what may be the schema, what type of data types for each field is, by using the print schema method, we can able to see, right? So all are by default it is taking string, because we didn't given any infer schema kind of option, right? So that is the reason it is taking as a string. Okay, why I'm talking about schema here is the pivot function should, to use pivot function, we should have at least one numerical data, one column which is we should have numerical data. Okay, so that is the reason, like you cannot use pivot function on uh, we can say string. So we need numerical data. Okay, so that is the reason we should cast it explicitly, or we can also use infer schema method, so that based on the input data, it will automatically create appropriate data types. Okay, so I just given this. Okay, only this option is extra now. Now we see here, if we do it again, then integer runs integer, becomes integer, right? So this type of data actually we need to implement the pivot function, right? So see here, this is the syntax. So generally, anyway, to find out the max of, let us say, I need a max of runs from Seva, or each person or each player, I need a max of runs. Like I, we can say uh, T20 test match or one day international. So to find out that, uh, of course, here can cannot use two max here. Okay. Just this is the syntax, like group by player, right? We need a player only, player against player name. So that is one. And the second is pivot. We have to use which column should be represent as a schema or column names. So ultimately we discussed, right, this the match column or data should be represent as a schema, main schema, right? That is reason we have to apply pivot function and match. Okay, so if you see pivot function, we are making on match, and then no max of runs. Okay, runs is again the column name, or this is the column name, right? This is the column name, right? So we now the syntax is complete, and we can run it. This got run. See this? These are the runs. Sevak, highest from one international 6,000, T20 2,000, and test match it is 8,000. These are random figures. Okay, just giving my sample figure I have given for understanding purpose. So Anil Kumble or Virat Kohli. So when we use, right, if you see, this is the not a this is a not a normal data, or this is a now the column names, right? So earlier this data is part of like this. Okay, but since we are given match is a pivot, then it will transpose from this vertical to horizontal, right? So that is why we got this from column to row. Okay, when we work on real time, we will when we work on real time projects, right? So you can utilize this function, right? So let us say I want total, okay, like all together, like Sehwag, all three matches together, like one day international, T20, and test match. Generally, we have to make a one more column, new column. We can say total runs. Okay. Then how we can achieve that by using with column function, right? So if you want to generate a new column, then generally we use function called with column. Okay, same thing we can go ahead here. See here, see with column. df2 dot with column. df2 is this one. Okay, so let me this one hide it. Okay, because if you won't hide and run here, right, it will throw an error. So because this function is show is there, right? So we cannot run the second df on this output. That is the reason I just hide it and rerun it. Anyway, now this is the final, right? df2 is the final output, and we have to use gf2 here. Then I'm just trying to make a new column, that is type total, and I want to sum up these three. Then generally we will use df2 of one day, df2 of T20, df2 of test. So we are just summing it and assigning that values to this column. Okay, so I just run it. See here, we created one more new column, and now this is the sum of all these three. So as a whole, he scored 16,000 runs across all formats. Okay, so the Kumble and Virat, this kind of stuff we can do it by using by leveraging this pivot function. Okay, so same way I just used wickets also. Okay, not only runs, right, we may use for wickets. So df2, if you do the same thing, you know it wickets. So these are the Sehwag took all together, we can say one day these are the figures, and Kumble and Virat. Okay, same, just now we already did it, right, with column function, and if you want to submit, then that will also possible. See, this is the output. See, Sehwag to 115, Kumble to 550, and Virat to 36. So we can use the pivot function like these scenarios. Okay, this is not restricting to one example. Wherever it is applicable, you can go ahead and use it. Okay, so this is the one of the pre-built function which is provided by Spark. Okay, I just explained this is a PySpark version. Then you can also use it for by using Scala or Java with Spark. Okay, so guys, I think this is a topic which I wish to explain. Then it is a pretty easy, I know, but very useful. Sometimes you may face same question in interview. So that is the reason I just took this topic as a session one for session one. Okay. So anything you have on this topic special? Do you have any question on this?
Naresh, while creating the data frame. So the delimiter thing is not required, right, in this case, or
No. If see, since our file is having comma separated, then we given delimiter as comma. If you have pipe separator, you have to put as a delimiter as a pipe. Okay.
so that is mandatory. That option
Yeah.
delimiter is okay.
It's mandatory.
Okay.
Based on the data, you have to choose